Hello everyone. Today I want to go over practice and specifically practicing for endurance. Now what this means is if you have to play, say, a 1 hour performance, and you have, say, 10 songs, what you need to do is practice with at least 20%, 25%-ish over what you're going to be performing. That gives you some headroom. So say you're doing an hour show, practice straight nonstop at least for, say, an hour and 20 minutes, even though that's 30%. You're going to be preparing for endurance for this 1 hour performance by performing longer than what you're required to live. Now, in reality, I would be performing for 3 45-minute sets a night generally when I perform, and I would usually be practicing minimum 3 to 4 hours nonstop to prepare for that, because I have 15-minute breaks, and if I'm doing 3 to 4 hours nonstop and I'm comfortable, I know I can do 3 45 minutes or 4 45-minute sets with a 15-minute break, so it's not a problem. Also, not just enduring the performance, but also specifically either, say, for instance, being prepared to play non-stop chord changes for this whole thing, or bars, so bar chords, not meaning bars as in where you drink. Having to play a lot of bar chords, you need to build up endurance for that. So one of my favorite warm-ups and working a little on bar chords is the Pachelbel Canon in D major. So I'm going to show you the chords here, very simple. D major to A major to B minor to F sharp minor, G, back to D, G to A, and repeat. So, I like to do this piece, and I'm going to do a link for a version that you could play along with on YouTube, or if you like, I can send you a recording of my arrangement of the string part so that you can practice along with it if you like. My version that I've got arranged right now lasts about 6 minutes, so it's a good workout for, and especially as far as warming up. The point is to slowly build yourself up so that you can just play through this whole thing and play these chords over and over again and not get tired, because I have these old hands that aren't cooperating, especially right now, my middle 2 fingers for some reason, and also having to play against that, playing with that bar chord, which what I'm doing here, B minor, so this finger is relatively flat, and then I'm going to go to F sharp minor. I actually curl over the finger a tiny bit and put my second finger on my first to help support. Since I'm not using these 2 here in the chord, I'm just going 6, 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string, and this is all straight 4, by the way, just changing bass notes. I don't have to worry about fingering anything else. I can just bar across and hold it. And also coming from the A, you have to have that first finger out so that you can easily come over and just have to move the A up into the A minor form for your B minor chord. Hold that bar for 2 chords, and then you're back to open chords. Then I also play part of it up here in higher on the neck, and what I'm doing is I'm skipping the bass note. So it's 1 and 2 and, I'm sorry, 1 E, blah, blah, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and E and then I drop it down from these chords down to the so it's, I'm just dropping down to the A, and then I'm playing the full open chords. And then I also do some harmonics, so I'm just going to play around with that, and I suggest that you play around with it as well. Once you can play the open chords all the way through, you're fine to do some experiments. If you have particular questions about what I'm doing up here, feel free to ask, and I can do a longer video on just that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you an example of just playing through it, This will be fairly short, and this is just me playing along with my arrangement. That's me doubling what I'm doing over there. And one thing I would also suggest, come here, is grab a capo, 2nd fret, and now you can play along in the key of C and practice. And I'll call the chords out we're doing so also I can remember: C, G, A minor, E minor, F, C, F, G, C, G, A minor, E minor, F, C, F, G, and back to C. So, letting the music play on here. If you can play through the entire thing, keep the chords going, your hands are fine, you're in good shape, you know you're good to go for that. Another thing you can work on, and there are several good things, especially bar chords. Like for instance, I love playing the opening chord changes in Stairway to Heaven, because you've got a lot of barring going on there, and also some kind of tight fingering that you have to do. I'll show that in another lesson. So basically that's it. This is what I wanted to show you. I hope you find this useful. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them, and otherwise, practice well, practice for endurance, and take it easy. You can rest like I'm doing now, and you can just jump right back in if you want to. Still doing okay. So that's it. I forgot the chords already. I'm done. Thank you. Have a good one.